Hello everyone, it's day 3, actually kind of near the end of day 3, and I'm here with G and I'm doing the intro because he's doing a little gear repair there. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you where we are and what's going on. Everybody have a blessed night, I guess. I don't know how I managed to break the piece that holds my camera on the bottom of my trekking pole so I can get low pictures, but somehow I did. So Mr. Gizmo here, that's one of his G, what G stands for sometimes. Gizmo is over here fixing it, and you know, men can only do one thing at a time, so we don't want to interrupt him. So I'm going to take you around to, this is Blood Mountain Cabin. There's G-Man and nice little fireplace there. And coming around here, we have this wonderful, lovely couple here. And Don, you've seen in my previous videos, he's been the one that's been hiking at A pace, A speed, Arnie speed, and sticking with me to, well, I think he's just a very kind person. He keeps giving me excuses. But anyway, so they invited us here to dinner last night, and we came, and I think they decided they were not going to be able to get me off their floor because I probably laid down and was almost asleep. I was so tired. And they invited us to stay overnight, and then today they've invited us to join them here for a day or two, or who knows, maybe we'll stay here a month. I don't know. But anyway, so I want Don to tell you about something in a minute, but first, Mary, what we've learned. See, I did it again. I did it again. But Nancy, Don's wife, their YouTube channel is Don and Mary.
Nancy.
God, I'm tired. I may have to put this in there. See, for me, she's Mary for some reason, some subconscious reason. Don and Nancy is their YouTube channel. So Nancy, who has the same name as me, why I can't remember that, I don't know. Nancy loves to cook and is a fantastic cook. In fact, I can't call her a cook. I have to call her a chef because it's absolutely phenomenal. So we're just going to go wherever she goes for the rest of her life. So anyway, when did you decide you love cooking?
Oh, gosh. I don't remember when I didn't.
Oh, gosh, just always loved it. And so you guys live in?
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Cuenca.
What's the name of the town?
Cuenca.
Cuenca. So what she's doing is she's here hanging out for a few days to support her husband before she just takes off cross country to visit people all over the country, family and friends. And, you know, she's not going to hang out here watching Don for too long, but just for a little while. But things I've learned about Don, I just want you all to hear about. So you have hiked extensively in the Whites. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I had the good fortune to work up in New England. Specifically, I was working as a consultant there. We were from down in Texas, but as a consultant, I would spend 3 out of 4 weeks a month in New Hampshire when I was working there. And on the weekends, of course, with Nancy not being with me, I'd go out in the White Mountains. So I went out and I climbed. First thing I did is the first mountain I climbed in the White Mountains, I went out Mount Washington, because it's the highest one up there. And then after that, I focused for about a year and climbed all 48 of the 4,000 footers in New Hampshire. So I put in a lot of miles in New Hampshire, and that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to as I push forward going north, is get back to the Whites and visit my friends, all those, the mountains and the people I know up there. So this is becoming a great adventure, and meeting Arnie and
G.
And G, spend some time with them. It's been a lot of fun. I really look forward to the rest of the months ahead as we push north.
And we'll probably be just texting now and then since he'll be leaving me behind once we leave Neil Gap. But we're going to hike, though, from Woody Gap to Neil Gap together over Blood Mountain, and then he decided to hike in the rain today, which he will be on his video, so you all be sure and check that out. Did you get the video in the rain a little bit?
I did get some of the video in the rain, but it was freezing rain most of the way today, and we're just trying to stay upright most of the time, and deal with the wet and embrace the suck.
Yes.
We did. We
yes.
embraced the sucky weather, and we pushed through, and with a friend of mine from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it was a good day in that we accomplished the task.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then for your training down in Ecuador.
Yeah. In Cuenca, Ecuador, where we live, is at 8,400 feet above sea level.
Mm-hmm.
And we're fortunate enough to have a national park close by. And so I can take the bus up there very inexpensively. And my training up there is 13,000 to 14,000 feet hiking in El Cajas National Park, Cuenca, Ecuador. So there's some good things down there. So I had that also was very helpful. So the first few weeks, I got plenty of oxygen in my blood from the high altitude, and so this has been very helpful.
Oh, that's great. Well, you've definitely helped me to get in better shape in the first few days, and you know, so I'll be much better in a few days after I rest this off, and than I would have been if this hadn't happened. So we've thoroughly enjoyed it. So I think that's about it. You holding up the stairs there?
I'm getting ready to be a model, I think.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. That's day 3, and day 4 is going to be more of the same. And I'll put some giddy videos. I'll put some gear videos in all this. So everybody say night night and tell my grandchildren night night. Three little taps there to the chest. We love you. All right. Everybody have a blessed day. So, for my pack, I have the Osprey Aura 65 liter. It's the one we used last season. The reason that I've stuck with this as opposed to trying to find something light or weight is I have major, severe, chronic back pain in my lower back, mid back, and neck that I live with. And what happened with this is I'm able to get the straps so they're actually lifted up off of my shoulders, all the weight on the hips, and the only pressure on my shoulders and my neck is right here, just a little bit, pulling back. And so the weight is being carried truly on the hips. And I would love to get an ultralight, lighter weight backpack. If I can ever find one that will do that and accomplish that purpose, then you can bet I'll change. But Osprey has great customer service, you know, we all know that, and it's a great all-around pack. Now, as far as what I've done, again, get the weight as much out of the back as I can and more on the hips. I went ahead and got the Z-Packs, you'll be glad to know. Let me tell you what I learned about, what do they call it, Dyneema now? Let me tell you what I've learned about Dyneema Cuban fiber. You think, wow, yeah, sure, it's lighter, sure, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, until you get your first item that's made out of it, and then you want everything made out of it. From then on, you don't want anything made out of anything else, because the bear bag kit that I got, when I got it, I held the bag, you know, in my hand, and it's like a feather. It just, I don't understand it. I don't know how they managed to make material like that, especially being waterproof, but they did, and I'm glad they did. So I went ahead and got the 4-in-1 packs because I carry a lot of stuff in the side pockets. It works, basically it puts me in a position where I really don't ever have to stop during the day and get into the inside of my pack unless I decided to cook or something during the day. So everything that I need between snacks, winter mittens, or you know, whatever else I might need for the cold weather, and camera gear, little pocket knife, those little pliers, anything I might need, I keep it here. And I mostly try to put the heavier stuff in here too, so which camera gear and electronics is heavier. And I tried using their straps, and I couldn't fix them in a way that they wouldn't slip. And then I tried using some Velcro that's kind of connects to itself, and it didn't work, so I finally went to the old trusty duct tape, and I've worn it out there with full weight. The duct tape here on the inside, it doesn't bother me in the least. I don't even feel it, so I've got one on each side. And I did take the packs for the drinks off of here, and have been trying to use this side pocket for my water and my Gatorade, one on each side. But the challenge for me is that in reaching back, I've had former shoulder issues caused by doing this. And I can already feel when I try to get the water out of here and put it back in, that it's putting a stress on this shoulder that will lead to the same thing I had before. So I'm probably going to have to put those drink holders back here where I can just reach at this level and pull it out. And I truly like having the drinks right here to pull them out and drink. So I wish Z-Packs would come out with one to put a regular Nalgene size bottle in. Maybe they will. But until then, I've got to use what I can find. So I'll probably put those back. Right before we left on our trip, I found at our local outfitter these rock climbers, mountain climbers chalk bag. And it's very lightweight, if you can tell by the way it sounds, to use for my drinks. It had a cloth lining in it. When it got wet, the bottle stuck to it, and so I just cut out the cloth, and this is kind of a vinyl down in there. And it also has a little drawstring on one side. So if I'm in an area where I think I may be, you know, getting on my knees, crawling around or whatever, I can pull that drawstring tight, which will help keep the bottle from falling out. But in most cases, I don't need it when I'm just hiking. So I have one of these on each side now, and that has solved my drink problem with very, 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 very negligible weight. I don't know. Dyneema might beat it a little bit, but not much. But anyway, Z-Packs, make one of these. I'll buy it because it's waterproof. Whereas this soaked in the water when it got rained on. All right, there it is. Other than that, it's just standard. I did have to pull the lid back out for the winter stuff. I do keep a rag attached here. This is just an REI micro towel, and literally hardly any weight at all. I use one side for my runny nose, and then the other side for wiping sweat. And that has worked really well for me for a very long time. And then I have my hand sanitizer, and a little thermometer that works okay, not great. And then a bag, which I'll probably pick a different bag, but this carries my trowel and Go Girl type device that's not a Go Girl, whatever else. And those are all in Ziploc, so I can really put virtually whatever I need to in here. And that's really it as far as the changes. Now, the first thing I do in the morning, I have a contractor bag inside. I have left the ledge, I guess you'd call it, that they have in here. And the last thing I put in is the tent, and it goes down here in the bottom in a separate trash compactor bag. And then I do have the hat cover, which when I'm using the poncho, I don't necessarily need this, but sometimes I wear the rain jacket and just use the pack cover. I'm still kind of back and forth on that. Now that I have waterproof bag here, it's not as important to cover all of that. But I really don't like getting all of this wet and all the weight that it adds when it soaks up water either. So, you know, as long as it's cool, I'll probably keep using the poncho. I don't know. But anyway, that's for another video. So, the first thing I usually do is put in the sleeping bag stuff. And my lovely 5 pounds worth of sleeping bag is the patrol bag. Got it military outlet. Originally we planned on I was going to use one of these and G was going to use one. And as it turned out, he couldn't use them at all because his shoulders were just too broad. So I ended up with the patrol bag. The other black 0 degree bag was super, super bulky, and it really wasn't a massive amount warmer for all of that bulk and that weight. So I went to Patrol Bag, and then I can't find anywhere what brand this is. I bought it in Damascus at Mount Rogers Outfitters last year, and it's fleece, but it has a zipper. I have a hard time thinking of using a bag liner with no zipper. 66 female. You have to get out of the bag sometimes. And that's just a lot of trouble. So that goes inside. And then this I just throw over me. And it was from Costco. It's a down throw. I think it's 700 fill. It's still not, you know, super as far as the amount of fill that's in it. But the three of these together go into, G made me get a compression sack. I'm thankful that he did. Believe it or not, they all three, I get them in here, which I may put into this video. And once they're stuffed and I pull it down, it's about this size. And this high. And I'm able to set it down in the backpack and then pack around it and then pack above it. So that is the saving grace of all of this bulk that eventually will be upgraded, but for now that's what we've got. And then the tent goes in the bottom compartment from the outside. And I have got it in right now. It's just finished drying out on our little escapade the other day. So this is the fly. And then we have the inner tent. I keep the poles and the stakes tied together, the two bags tied together, and put them on the side of the pack. And I have wrapped the Tyvek around them and was able to fit it down in here, but I have to do a perfect wrap for that to fit. And so, but anyway, the Tyvek's not wrapped well right now, and I'm going to show, well, by the time you see this, hopefully you will already see how I made the Tyvek footprint. So that is my big three. And I just happened to watch a video by Homemade Wanderlust, why I don't stress over base weight. And since me stressing over base weight isn't going to help anything because I really can't spend the money that I need to spend, would need to spend to get it down any more than I have, I'm just going to make sure that I can carry it. And of course I will weigh it, but it is what it is. And so we're going to make the best of it. And I will say that you may have seen by now, or you may not have seen it yet, but we are purchasing two Garmin Explorers. That's our #1 priority because we need to be able to communicate with each other throughout the day, no matter where we are. And those are $900 for the two of them. I haven't been unable to find them on sale anywhere. I've been watching for months. And so that $1,000, basically counting shipping, was what we had to spend our money on. Not getting me a lighter weight sleeping bag. So, safety and our communication with each other comes first. Anyway, that takes care of these three items, and we'll go on from there. be the best pack I've done yet. Got room to put around it, slightly under it with some socks and things. I tried the clothes in a bag once first, that didn't work. It works better to just take all the clothes and put little pieces here and there and pack it around this. That way I can get the food bag on top, cook set, toiletries, whatever else there is. Leave last jackets on top that I might want to pull out, other than the puffy. The puffy I put in to make sure it's safe and dry, and then the other jackets, anything else that I might want during the day, I put near the top. And that pretty well sums it up. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for following. And those of you that pray, thank you for your prayers. It's really a blast. This video right now, this moment, is being made when I am at Unicoi Gap. So you know I've made it to Unicoi Gap. And all those videos are coming as quick as I can, I promise. I don't do the thing from the phone because it's just, I fall asleep at night. I mean, there's no way. I am being able to answer some comments when I have service, but there's no way I'm doing a video at night after I've hiked all day. You guys all have a blessed evening. I think it will be by this time when this one gets up. And thank you again. God bless everyone. Oh yeah, get out and hike.